the ethers. Now ethers are the functional isomers with the alcohols. Now see the definition of ether. Ethers are derivatives, or we call say alkoxy or aryloxy derivatives of hydrocarbons, or it is considered as organic derivatives of water. One more definition is given as it's a alkyl derivatives of alcohol. Now you'll see the structure or general formula is R O R dash, where R and R dash is alkyl groups. Okay, the functional group in the ether is ether linkage. It's called ether linkage. That is O. Two alkyl groups is attached to the oxygen, called ether linkage. Now, ethers can be classified as two categories. Number one, simple ethers, or also called symmetrical ethers. Simple ethers or symmetrical ethers are the ethers where two alkyl groups attached to the oxygen are same. For example, two methyl group attached to oxygen, or two ethyl group attached to the oxygen. It's called simple ethers or symmetrical ethers. Second category is mixed ethers or unsymmetrical ethers. What is mixed ethers or unsymmetrical ethers? The ethers are in which two alkyl groups attached to the oxygen are different. For example, one group is methyl and other group is ethyl. These two are the different alkyl groups attached to the oxygen, is called mixed ether or unsymmetrical ether. Similarly, ethyl group and propyl group attached to the oxygen, also unsymmetrical or mixed ethers. We will move to the next part, that is the IUPAC, or we call as the nomenclature. As far as the nomenclature is concerned, we have to give the common name and IUPAC name. So nomenclature of ethers. Now, according to common system, ethers are named as dialkyl ethers. That the suffix ethers is used before, after the alkyl groups attached to it. So, in case of common ether or simple ethers, we use dialkyl ethers. For mixed ether, those alkyl groups, they attach to the oxygen, the naming according to the alphabetical order. So common name is dialkyl ethers. Second system called IUPAC system. Now according to the IUPAC system, the mixed ether as well as the simple ether, the name is called alkoxyalkane. Remember, alkoxyalkane, we have to choose one of the alkyl group as alkane, and the second alkyl group we attach with the oxygen called alkoxy. Remember, in the case of IUPAC system, the naming is given as alkoxyalkane and rest of the rules followed as the previous organic compounds. Here we have to take some examples of this nomenclature. Now, we'll take the first compound of ether. We'll write the common name and IUPAC name. The name of this compound, simple or common name, is given dimethyl ether. Look at here. These two are the methyl group. So 2-methyl we call as dimethyl ether according to the common system. Now according to IUPAC system, the name of this compound is methoxymethane according to IUPAC system. As we written here, alkoxyalkane. So we select one of the alkyl group is methane and other is attached with the oxygen. We call methoxymethane. We'll take the mixed ether example, CH3O C2H5. Here we have to use alphabetical order to give the common name. So name of this group is ethyl and methyl. So according to alphabetical order, E come first. So ethyl, then methyl ether. In case of IUPAC system, as we adopt the name as alkoxyalkane, you have to choose which one have the larger number of carbon, right, as a alkane, as a parent alkane. So it's a ethane. So we'll write as name IUPAC as methoxyethane. Similarly, we'll take the little complicated compound. So here we'll take the structure. Now we have to write the name as this one is the isopropyl. Very good. So isopropyl, we have to number it as 1, 2, 3. It's a one group, isopropyl, and this is methyl. The name is isopropyl methyl ether. It's a common name. Now IUPAC name is you have to select the large number of carbon as alkane. So there are 3 carbon, use as propane. Now at second carbon, the methoxy group is there. So you have to write 2-methoxy propane. One more, we'll take the example of little complicated structure. Look at here. Now here this group is a tertiary butyl group. Now it consists of 4 carbon. So tertiary butyl group, we'll write the common name as tertiary butyl methyl ether. Now we have to name as IUPAC. So we have to number it. It is the straight chain. So here we'll get the substitute methyl with this propane. So we'll write first propane according to IUPAC name, and we have the substitute of methoxy and methyl. So we'll write first the methyl. So at second position it's called 2-methyl 2-methoxy propane. Here also we have to look at according to the alphabetical order. So it will come first, then it will later. So 2-methyl 2-methoxy propane. Now we have to move to the preparation of ether. Now before preparation of ethers, we have to see the one of the important characteristic, that is the metamerism of ethers. Now what is the metamerism of ethers? It is similar to the isomerism. So we'll write the definition of metamerism. Now compounds have same functional group, but two alkyl groups or aryl groups attached to oxygen atom are different. Remember, compounds have same functional group, that is ether linkage, but the oxygen attached to two different alkyl groups or aryl groups are different. The compounds are called metamers, and the phenomenon is called as metamerism. Example, diethyl ether is metamers with N-propyl methyl ethers. These two are the metamers. Now metamers can be position isomers or chain isomers. So this is the one of the important characteristic of ether which shows metamerism. Now we'll go to the next part, the preparation of ethers. Now student, we have to learn three different methods which are very important for the preparation of ethers. One is the important is continuous etherification. This is a very important method. Now in this method, the ethyl alcohol and sulfuric acid react together in a distillation unit and will get the formation of ethers. Look at the reaction. Ethyl alcohol treated with sulfuric acid. So I'll write the sulfuric acid in an ionic form as H plus ion and SO4H minus ion. Now this sulfuric acid reacts with the ethyl alcohol. It undergo formation of ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Now the structure of ethyl hydrogen sulfate is this. Now look at the formation of C2H5. Here we'll get OSO3H. Look at H plus ion and OH minus from the alcohol going to form H2O. This is the first step in the continuous etherification In second step, the second molecule of alcohol, ethyl alcohol, reacts. Look at, since the reaction is taking place in a distillation unit, so here two molecules of ethyl alcohol reacts with the sulfuric acid. Now here the formation of corresponding diethyl ether. So we'll get diethyl ether, and the sulfuric acid regenerate. Now this regenerate sulfuric acid continuous used to again reacts with ethyl alcohol to form intermediate, and second molecule of ethyl alcohol further reacts with the intermediate to form such simple ether that is called diethyl ether. Now, since it is called continuous etherification, because in this reaction we get the regenerate form of sulfuric acid again and again, so it is used up till it gets dilute, we'll get the formation of diethyl ether. It's a very important process to form the simple ether. We can't get mixed ether by this method. It's one of the limitation that we won't get the mixed ether using the continuous etherification. Now we'll move to the next method, which is also very important as name reaction, called Williamson's synthesis. Now in this reaction, alkyl halides Rx reacts with alkoxy, that is called as sodium alkoxide. The alkyl halide treated with sodium alkoxide. Now here we'll get formation of corresponding ethers plus sodium halide. Now look at here, the sodium from sodium alkoxide and halogen from alkyl halides, it gets formation of sodium halide and we'll get the corresponding ethers. With the help of Williamson synthesis, we can prepare simple ethers as well as mixed ethers. We'll take the example of simple ethers. If we take the methyl bromide treated with sodium methoxide, so we'll get the formation of dimethyl ether, which is simple ether with the sodium bromide. So it's a simple ether example. Mixed ether example, take the same methyl bromide and we'll take sodium ethoxide. It's going to form ethyl methyl ether with sodium bromide. It's an example of mixed ether. So this is the second method of preparing the ethers, that is the simple as well as mixed ethers. Now we'll move to the next, that is third method, that is by diazomethane. So from diazomethane with alcohol, this is also a very important reaction or preparation of ethers. Here alcohol ROH treated with diazomethane. Diazomethane, the formula is CH2N2. N2 we call diazo, 2 nitrogen in methane substitute is called diazomethane. In presence of fluoroboric acid, which is act as a catalyst. This fluoroboric acid which speed up the reaction. Now here we'll get the formation of the corresponding methyl ether. Why I am calling methyl ether? Because here we'll take the methane, so CH2 N2, so CH2 take the H from here, you get CH3OR plus here nitrogen gas get evolved. So we'll get only the ether, which is methyl ether. So these are the three different methods to prepare ethers, that is simple ethers as well as mixed ethers. Now we'll move on the next part, that is the reactions of ethers. थोड़ा pause दे दो 2 मिनट.